For today's demo, we have here Rafi from the Gift of Life Registry, as well as Bertjan from Matchis. They are two of our early adopters, and they have implemented the Patient API, Search API, and Connect API endpoints relevant for this demonstration. A little bit about the setup. In this case, Matchis is going to be the patient registry. Bertjan is going to show us how a patient has been registered in Search and Match, how he has initiated a search for that patient and identified a potential donor. That donor is within the Gift of Life registry, who you all know to be a donor registry. And Rafi will then show how he receives the extended typing request message from Bertjan, or from Matchis in this case, performs the necessary actions on the registry side and responds accordingly, all using the APIs. Thank you so much for your efforts and commitment to this project to make this demo possible. And with that, we switch to you, Bertjan, if you can share your screen for patient registration.
So I'm sharing my screen. What you see in front of you is not an end user interface. We don't have one yet. We are using at the moment a backend interface, which does the automated calls where possible. So I will kick off with a search and match on a specific patient, a test patient on our site. And it generates a record with patient data. This patient data contains, of course, HLA and some other fields. And I will now show you in the WMDA search and match interface that patient has been created. So you can show it here. I already started this yesterday, and I already got results back as well. Because this is communication between Matchis and Gift of Life, I will only show or filter the Gift of Life donors. And we have a couple of those. We selected the last donor, or the second donor, for our ET request. What you see here is that it's missing data for the C, DRB1 and DQB1 loci. And we will try to get the data from Gift of Life by including it in our ET request. So I will show you that now. I will kick off the ET request. So it has generated that request and already sent it. And I will show you that we asked for those loci. So in the request, so this is the request area, and we specifically asked for high resolution on C, DQB1 and DPB1 and DQB1. Now I'm going to give it over to Rafi.
Okay, thank you very much. So what you're seeing on the screen now is MatchQuest, which is our system that manages the registry. And these are specifically the test requests in our system. And specifically, even more, is that we want to see all the requests that we received today, which is June 20th. And so here is the request that Bertjan just sent over with the patient. And if we click into it, you can see that this is the patient ID and other specifics of the patient. And also we could see that the donor has been reserved for 2 months for this particular ET request in this patient. And also we'll see that, as Bertjan pointed out, that currently the reason for the request is that these 3 loci are absent of results. So normally what would happen is that we would have to contact the donor, swab the donor, get the swab back, send the swab to the lab, and get the results back and forward them. What we're going to do in this case, for purposes of the demo, is I'm just going to update the database with results, those 3 loci. So I'm going to just do that over here. And then when I come back and I refresh the screen, I'll just come out again and look at the donor. You can see now magically has these 3 loci are now populated. So what remains is for us to send the results back via Match Connect. Also, I want to point out that the request is being managed by Match Connect over here. You can see that. And then, so the way we could do that, just for the purposes of the demo, it just marked this request as complete. And as soon as I do this, and I press OK, MatchQuest will send back the response to the ET request, as well as update the global database in our sandbox, the sandbox global database, with the new values for those loci. And so, Bertjan, now it's your turn to see that the results actually made it to you.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen again. You still see only the extended typing request message. I will now check if we have any response from Gift of Life. So we now see that we have received first an acknowledgement and reservation response on our selected donor. And following that, we can also check on if Gift of Life already has sent the final result, which Rafi said they just did. So I will check. And we also have now an extended typing response. And that typing response should include data on the requested loci. So that was C, DQB1, and DPB1. So I will paste that in here and show you that we now have data for our requested donor, and we have now data on C, on DQB1, DPB1, sorry, and DQB1. And with that, we've come to the end of the flow.
Thank you so much, Bertjan. I think you can stop sharing your screen. In summary, then, what we try to present to you in this demonstration is how to successfully update a patient to search and match automatically using the APIs, initiating a search for that patient in search and match, getting the information of the identified donors back to your local system, initiating donor-related request messages, in this case, an extended typing request, receiving the extended typing request and performing the necessary actions on the donor registry side to fulfill said request, respond with the results, in this case, the C, DQB1, and DPB1 results back to the requester being Matchis, but not only that, also updating that donor's information to the global database so that it is reflected to all other users. We hope that this demonstration has illustrated how implementation of the APIs and Match Connect as a whole could potentially streamline business operations and ultimately reduce the timeline to transplantation for all patients.